Okay, number 2025, and I just want to start with the mileage is 151,291 miles, and we have the ignition on, and it's got AWD, and the console is missing. Are we okay, we're still alive. Okay. All right. So I was inside the vehicle and the thing paused. So let me go back. Of December 2025. Okay, maybe it reconnected. I don't know. I'm just going to go forward with this. Here's the battery. It's a 11/25 born date. Today is December, so it's. And I've already cleaned the terminals with the scratchy brush thing, which I have. And then I want to go. Well, I just put it on the tripod and talk. It's easier. Okay, so there it is on the tripod. Yay! And a slow connection. Well, now we're back to regular connection. Okay, so what I want to do is, here is this thing here, which is the console, which I finally upgraded. And these are just blanks. There's nothing, oh God, nothing in them, right? But this one has a switch and a PD and that. And then this one is different. This one has a switch, a PD, and a QC, and it supposedly has an electrical voltage thing. It'll show you all that, right? And then to wire this all up, right, had to get a one of those. I can't explain it. Just power distribution block, and then of course all the wires go here like that. Okay, they're all individually fused, and I'll put this all. This has been, you know, gusseted and such because it doesn't quite fit on there, but it is out of the way. So hopefully all this will work. And this is so I can have more power connections inside the vehicle rather than having the wires coming out of the dash. They can come near the floor. All right, so that's how that works. Then, so there's that, right? And then we've got the battery. So, okay, now hopefully this won't. I got it on the tripod. So I'm going to do it like this. I'm walking further away from the router, so don't know if I can maintain this. Well, here, let's see here. Still got good signal, so what I've got going here is I've got a battery charger, okay, and right here, got a battery charger, and I have the battery charger on the I have the connected here, okay, and then I have the other one connected on the there on the positive, that nothing on the positive, on the negative here, right? And I'm taking this off. I'm going to take this cover off and then remove the battery and then put the other battery back in, and then I have to connect all my other little doohickeys for on the positive side, and I'll connect I'll explain those when I put them all on. And then so that's how I'm going to do that. So next thing I'm going to do here is put this here. Let's see, just back it up. All right, that's good. All right, so okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug in the power cord to the thing. So set this on 6 amp, 12 volts. Okay, that's all it does. Let's see if it jumps up. Now, got the key in the ignition, so the ignition's on. So here we go. Well, okay, now we're plugged in. I don't know if the needle moved at all, but that's what it should have done. Okay, so now, okay, so what's next? So, There's something clicking. I guess it's okay. This is clicking. That's making the noise. All right. So I'm sure that I've got a good connection there. Got a hopefully good connection here. And this is a edge brush. And I've tucked in the ends real, and I've cleaned the terminals there, so I have a good ground. And I've cleaned the, oh boy. Okay, let's put this somewhere on the ground. How about? All right, there we go. So now we get some gloves, because this is kind of messy, right? And then, okay, so there's that. Right here, I want to get this battery acid that's been leaking over the top of the battery. Okay, the only thing okay, so this is a connection for the battery charger, which will make it a permanent connection. It's got a fuse on it, 7.5 amp fuse, and it's already capped off, so that's for a battery charger, which I've got right up here. This is for my, this is a soldered and fused. We can put this on here, I guess. It's been soldered. So, there we go. That's been soldered. It's a 20 amp fuse, and this has been, it's a butt connector. And that's this is a 10 gauge going to another 10 gauge thing, so that'll be the next thing. And then, this is a battery desulfator. I believe in that's what this is, but it's old. This is a new one, and it's got ring connections on it. So anyway, so without further ado, let's unscrew my terminals here. I've watched a lot of Royal Motors, which is recent here. So there's that one, and then that's loose, and then here's this one. I say you should take the negative off first. That's what we'll do, but I just wanted to get these things loose. So this is a 10 millimeter that I'm using, and I've already removed the battery cover, or the battery hold down deals out there in the back of the vehicle there, but I need to completely remove this. And not yet, but there we go. Yay, so we're off. Heard something, but it must be working, so I'm okay. So I need to have this out. Okay, great. So that's out. This is loose. Okay, we need to remove this. Okay. This back. Now, let's see, how do we want to do this? So we just take this, bend it out of the way, just to stay out of the way. So this is out of the way, that's out of the way. Something beeped. I hope that my battery charger is keeping everything on the up and up. So this cover comes off, right? Okay, great. So there's the cover off. Great. Now we just take the battery out, right? Just grab this heavy ass battery out of here. Oh boy. Okay. Here's the new battery. Alright, so Battery tray is clean, so I'm not worried about anything down there. This does have a temperature sensor from Dodge, so it's there, it's connected, so we'll just put this bad boy up in here. Yeah. Now, well, I guess that's right. Okay. So now, okay, now I want to get my, now I've already cleaned these terminals. I put this little thing back on here. All right. So now I want to clean this. That's pretty clean. That's a lot easier than those handheld deals. That's what I like to use. Okay, it's clean. Now this one, be careful because that's got that connector on there. I can just run this down through here. That's nice and pretty. Alright, so and the rest of it's alright, so just going to get this positive on first. Just one sec. And it is proud by a fraction of an inch. I can't really get it down any further, but should have brought, well, I do have a pair of, wait. See if we make it, just spread it just a bit. Make it just a bit more proud. There we go. Well, no, it's got a spring tension to it. Let's see here, if I spread it a little bit and push down at the same time. There we go. Okay. So we got it definitely proud. All right, we will leave that alone. And this one here, this one we need to spread a bit, I guess. Go. It's got so then well, this one just won't go down any further. Okay. Just won't go down to be absolutely flush. Still has just the slightest ridge on there. Well, okay. I'm good. This should be sufficient to give power to the vehicle, but still allow me to take the nuts off and put my wires on. Okay. And, oh wait, you know what? I keep forgetting. You got to put that battery box back on before you do all this. So, once again, let me take this off. Forgot that thing. Always do this. So put this here. Get this to. There we go. Okay. Still connected. Great. Forgot the darn battery box. All right. Let's go get the battery box. thought I needed to clean this, but I guess not. I'll just clean it just a little bit here. And of course, it goes this way. So I've got to get this in there. So this was fun getting off, because you got to get around these wires here. Get it through. Oh, well, I don't know why it has a battery box, but it does. Okay, there we go. I can see that hole. This one I can't see, but that's all right. So now it's on there. Okay, go back to reattaching these things. All right, so I put that underneath there. So we get this, once again, the screwdriver trick. Okay, yeah. And you got that. There we go. And now it's proud by a fraction. And this one on here. This one's more fun. That's not okay. That's not going to behave. So let me get the one negative one that I have, and I need to put it. Actually, it's two negative ones, right? So, there with the 10 millimeter. Let's put that up here. Right, so here's this one and this one negative have to go on, right? And I didn't think this well. Forgot. There's a third negative one which we forgot to even put on. We haven't even done that yet. Well, oh wait. Okay. Well, I guess what I need to do is. Okay. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Well. See, thought I was totally prepared, but no, I'm not. Okay, so. Oh, all right. So. I need, okay, let's do the positive ones. I know I want to do that at least. Get this going on. Of course, you don't want to drop a little nut all the way down to God knows where it might fall, so we've got to be careful getting this off here while it's on here, right? So, that's why I'm not using a wrench, because a wrench could flop off and the nut will go flying and you'll be like, oh no. So, there we go. And I'm holding this in because, you know, it's a square. It's close to the end here. There it is. Okay, got it. So that little lock washer thing. Okay, great. So now that. Now put the battery charger on first. So there's the battery charger. Then we need the and then we have the sulfator thing. So the sulfator thing, and then lastly my high-tech celery. So, oh god. So now back with the lock washer. So the lock washer goes on next. So lock washer, then push that in place. Carefully thread this on. Alright, so, yeah. Well, here I thought I had thought this all through and I forgot. So which way is tightening? That is loosening, so I want to go this way. So will this fit on here? No, it's too tall. Well, maybe. Nope. Won't fit. Okay. just have to go back to altering it on. So side is proud, and the reason I'm using the battery is so I don't lose. I don't care about the radio memories, but I don't want the master control module to lose its memories for the emissions and the idle speed and all that junk. Okay. Could have been using a socket on this. You know, like, why don't you use a socket? You could be using a socket. You know what? Here, let's go get a socket. I know we have a socket. We've got a whole socket set out here. We had a 10mm ratchet. Well, maybe we may still need that. Let's get a socket. There we go, fresh from Amazon. I have a 10mm set, but this one's got numbers on them, so 9, 7, 10. There we go. So, there we go. And this, that here. Okay. And then some here. This is tightening. Great, so here we go. Loosen this and push these things down, so I have to go back the other way. Hold them down. Right, no, got it too tight. So, okay, so there we go. I want that to stay there. So go back the other way. Go. Hold that down. So. Just finger tight. That's sufficient. Okay, so now, oh my gosh, how do I do this? Well, okay, you got those on, so you put that. No, well, okay, this is no good. Well, I wanted to make a complete video, but anyway, that's how it goes. All right, so because I want to solder. Okay, so here I've got this wire. This white wire going all the way around, and what I need to do is I need to put a piece on here. That thing's clicking. Well, okay, well, this is good enough. I just kind of took me a few minutes to put all this together and get that out here and get a soldering iron out here and power supply and another power supply. Like, well, okay, let me just go. Let me go get that. And if this thing is still playing, you can see how a 66-year-old does it. Slow connection. Well, all right. All right. I wasn't gone too long. Alright, so here's my power supply. And that just, oh, it's such a mess. Alright, so I'll just put all this junk on the floor. Put it here, I guess. So, soldering iron, solder. This is too small. This is what I deal with. I don't deal with bigger wires like this. I got a connector, right? Just put that there. Well, it is working. Great. So here, stick this in here. Plug this in. Got solder. So got in there. All right. So this out of the way. There we go. Now I need to cut this wire. Okay. Well, okay, so I just didn't think this through. Okay, so get this off. I need dexterity rather than flinging this. So there's that. This won't cut. Well, let's cut this to start it, at least, maybe. It will. So, go. So, okay, oh good. It's not very strong plastic. And this, all right, so, well, there we go. So we need will this work on this? I wonder. I just need a short piece, right? So it's not going to work. Okay. I don't have wire strippers this big. See if I can cut with this, get down to what I need to get down to. Nice Leatherman super tool. It's cutting right through the insulation here. And then I can upload this to YouTube if this video actually makes it. Well, okay. So now, almost got it. There we go. Yay, so we got some nice cross section right there. Great. So now what? Where's my bit? Here it is. Okay, so I really want to pull this back further. Okay. Well, just don't have any strength in my hands anymore, as old as I am, right? So just want to. Two pair of pliers. Alright, how about if we cut a slit down this? Let's go back to the sharp knife. It's a sharp knife. Alright, so I need something to cut on. How about right here? Just we need to cut on both sides of this wire. Oh man. There we go, we're right through it actually. Okay, so. Okay, there we go. Now get more wrap.
that's long enough basically, because I just need to have this far enough back to not overheat the wire when I go to solder this piece on. Right? So get this here, right? This off of there, put it on here, right? On here, and then put this on. Oh, we do have cramps. What do you call it? Wire pieces. You need to come back to that. Stay. Don't go nowhere. Don't fall. Don't get lost. I need my crampers. There was a time back in the day when I did do work with bigger wires. Here's my crimping tool that I've had forever. So I'm going to crimp this right here. That coming out a little bit. Lined up on there. Then about there. Okay. Now that I got there tight on there, I'm going to use this thing here to get it punched down onto the wire. And I'm doing it at the crease of the thing. There we go. Yeah. This doesn't necessarily have to be tight, but I wanted to on there. Around that wire. Okay. Great. So now it's around that wire and on there, but I also want to solder this. So I got my happy little battery holder, or the wire holder toy, which is one of these. So, and then, let's see where. This, I don't know how I did this inside, but inside was different. I wasn't fighting with this heavy duty wire, but there we go. So, alright, now I can. Okay, so now we turn this thing on, which should make this light up. So we go power button, AC, oops, there it is, lit up. It's going to heat up now. Alright, so I need solder. Here's solder. This will take about a couple minutes to start getting hot, but it's hot already. This is my little Go Power Plus. It's got 146 watt hours of power, so it's a pretty powerful little deal. Just use that to start heating this up, but wait to get it heated up before I start putting solder on it. because no sense in getting solder in here. Well, this all takes time. And I'm heating up a lot of metal here, so it'll take even longer. This is only a 30-watt, I think, soldering iron, but it's all I ever used. But so well. Thank goodness it's not blowing out here, and the temperature is, I think, about 65 or 4 or somewhere in there. I don't know. There it goes. Now I know it's getting hot. Keep it on there. Let the whole thing heat up. These wires are supposedly pre-tinned copper wires. That's what the advertisement said when I bought the wire. So I don't know if that's a selling point or what, but pre-tinned copper wire, is there such a thing? Thought I said it was getting hot, but that thing's still on. There it goes. We're getting some smoke now. I don't know if you can see it. If I had a bigger soldering iron, this would be up. There we go. We're good. Well, hi. Getting hot now. I want it to flow from the metal to the wire. Bring it up. It definitely got a big chunk of hoo-ha in here. That thing does have 3 bars on the power indicator. So here, now we're getting this is a rosin core solder, so now we're getting, come on, just want this to get up into the wires. I don't know how long it's been, maybe someone can tell me in the comments how long it took for this thing to finally get hot. There we go, now the wires are starting to get the solder that I'm applying. And then there are people that talk about the reels. I don't know why the reels don't have any sound. See, now it's doing that. Back off my fingers. I want it to. There we go. There we go. So yeah. So now the soldering thing is connected, and the wire's hot. Okay. Okay, so got wire. Probably need a bit more. shucks. Picked out a wire. No. Stay on there. Alright, well, that's good enough, I think. Let that cool for a minute or two before I can handle it. Let's unplug this. Up. Still got 3 bars power. It's still on, but we're going to turn it off, so there it goes off. Don't need this anymore. Of course, the other one gets butt connected to this one here. Wait, we did, wait, that's negative, that's right, that's black, so, yeah. It's crimped in place and soldered, so now, actually, while I'm waiting for that to cool, right? That's still good. I actually need to cut this back so I can butt it. Oh, that's hot. So I need to cut this back. Here's your knife. It's over there. So I need to cut this back. Right? Just square amount. Right. Come back a bit further. So, go. So I got cut myself, but I need the pliers. Put this back. So now, that was not hard. Couldn't be that easy. Should come off. Nope, close. It's all the way around cut off except for right there. Just a squeeze and there we go. Yay! Okay, so now this one gets butted into here. Well, didn't want to do that. There we go. Yay! It's in. It's in all the way. We got our heavy-duty camping tool in. There it is, right there. Okay. This way with it. truth. Here we go. Back with this here at 90 degrees to push it together some more. There we go. Okay, so that's not coming apart. There won't need to be yanking on it. Okay. So now it's going to go over the top of the battery, right? Gizmo, which holds the battery in place, to come on top of that, right? On top of it. So here's this gizmo. We're going to take all this stuff off. Wait, can we cut off the blue thing? Let's use the blue thing to cut this stuff off. Cut this off. Alright, so cut that off. Cut this one off. Go. Then go. Now this goes. Okay, so put this back up here. Alright, so now, oops. Is there space underneath this thing? This thing clips on, but I don't know if I have enough. Okay, so yeah, I'll do it on top. I won't do it underneath. I'll do it on top. Okay, so we'll clip this thing on there. So that goes on there. That's on there. Okay. So now we gotta take this off. All right. Okay. Well, well, it's tight. Why is that? Okay, that's just okay. We're not getting any more of those again. That's just ridiculous to be bending like that. That's still working. So, okay. What about the socket? The socket's good too, right? Let's look at that, because we'll be here all day trying to play with this. This is already in the, no, wait, socket, so that's tightening. I want loosening. So, loosening. Of course, that's going to spin. Get it? Okay. Okay, that's loosened up. Alright, so here. Get this going on. This here. That's off. Put the nut down. So right there. These. Now get these washers off of here. Alright, so I probably want to keep what? The one washer underneath it. Right? Well, like that. I don't know. I see. Okay, so this has a lip. It has a lip, and it really should be on the back side, having the wires come out. So let's try that. All right, so this is the sulfator thing. All right, so here's the sulfator thing. Put the wires on the back, right? Wire back, like that. Okay. Mess with that later. Okay. That on the back, right? And then you want what? You want there's a second wire here. Here's for the battery charger, right? So where's the battery charger? Here's the battery charger. Here's the other wire for the battery charger. Here it is. So I have to pull this out more, right? Okay, well, come to the back and flip it this way. So that way. Okay, we we want our big thing, which is this. And I want to flip it around so I can get it. Or no, let's go over the top. Go this way. Well, it doesn't really matter, but just go on there like that, right? Then we can put our washers. Okay, right. So do it like that. Okay, so like that. Get our washers. Wait, the lock washer first. Don't let the nut fall through. Lock washer first. Okay. And then the washer. Okay. There we go. Now get the nut. The nut is still good. Right. Putting. Oh wait. Let's put it where the nut's on the outside. The only thing is clicking. Back on, let's see, a little battery power, so it stops. So now that nut is on there, right? Get this. Okay, so now I want to get this back around that way. So back around, flat flush, and all that. Get it on here. There we go. Sorry, I'm getting in your view, but yeah. So. That's fairly tight. I'll go back to the wrench. First, you gotta. Okay. So here's the wrench. Here's the wrench. Okay. All those going there. All right. So then. So now, okay. Where's the flat tip screwdriver? Just won't go down. Okay, let's see. Just can't get it to go down anymore. I mean, oh, that's okay. That's about as good as you're going to get that. So let's go to the wrench. All right. The wrench towards you for tightening. There we go. Pretty well. It's still loose though. Where it gets to be not moving. It's still loose. Still flush. There we go. Now it's on there. I don't want to get too tight, but now, well, no, it's still loosening it. Damn. And now it can't, it slid up a bit. Can't get any tighter, but it's on there, but it's loose. Does that make sense? It's like I need to put a shim in there or something. This is the original darn thing to the darn thing here. I've got your this going on, that going on. So, well, and this side, we ever tighten this? We have this. Oh, that's on there rock solid. Okay, so I'm golden. This is what is this? Flashing. I don't know what that means. 12.6 volts. Okay, great. 12.7. 12.6. Okay, so it's upside down, but it says 12.6. So, all right. So it goes back to the flashing light. So it's on the right thing. I bought this one because it supposedly shuts off at 11 volts. Okay, so are we done? Aside from cutting this off, right? Oh, we can slide this back up, down here to that. Kind of sort of try to cover that. It's just negative, it don't really matter. But so that's on there. This is on there. This is well, that slipped around, but it's not a big deal. Okay. That'll be for the battery charger thing, which belongs on this dongle here, which we have in the house. So we'll just put that down there. Right? So get the other pieces. Silicone, some quick drying. Well, just put a shot on the top and a shot on the bottom of these things. Go. Okay, so we got some stuff on there. Part of the battery hold down thing, so this one goes here. I don't know if that matters, but there we go. Goes there. This one goes down in that hole. And we've got a. This takes a. Get my hands dirty now. This is a 10. This is an 8. Put the 8 on that. Okay, screwing in. Make sure this one screws in while we're at it. Not screwing in, but this one. So that's solid. Okay. I guess I'm done, right? Am I done? So it's not going to hurt anything. plug the battery charger toy, right?
Plug it. Anybody watching? No.
Okay. Alright, so, where am I? Oh, unplugged. Okay, so, all done, right?
And this thing says finish. Yeah, no one wants to watch this, but I'm done. I can
Disconnect the battery. So, put this over here. Take this out here, right? This out there. And, oopsies. This out of the way. Pick this up. Okay, fine. Yeah. So. Pick up all my tools and other things. Put them into the bed of the truck. Staging area. So, here's this. You saw that, right? Oh my God. That was the 10 millimeter, just so you know. I see it right there. It's right next to this. Well, here, I'll let you see it. Okay. Yeah.
Here, I'll just take this thing out. Dino Liborza. Okay. Yeah, there it is.
My keys in the truck. I need it.
Okay, well, I'm back. I had to get myself a magnet thing and a headlight.
So, get this out. So, there it is. This down here. No. No. Everything's magnetic down here. What the? Well, there, I got it. Stay on. I got it. Yay. Oh, great. So we get your solder out. Solder, gloves, this glove, that glove.
Okay, so now, alright, so it's in there. That little thing is beeping or flashing or whatever. New battery, everything tight. That's tight. That's tight. Okay, so we'll get your battery. That thing. Okay, so. Alright. Now here's a. Well, that was interstate battery. No wonder it failed. It wasn't a Walmart battery. That's why I was having such issues with it. Okay, well, it's only a 36-month battery, huh? Well, and it was, what, 4 of 23. So it's, well, it's, yeah, it's just too much fun having that battery in there. So definitely return that. All right, so let's see if it starts, I guess. Been out here all this time, right? All right, so now, well, yeah. Wow, car's right up. Oh, it's backed. It's finally reconnected. All right, so I just started the engine. It's running. Here, let me take it off the tripod. It's easier. There we go. So I just fired it up. So it's running nicely. That's all I know. There's that. I play you some music, but I get in trouble for that. All right, so here, let's shut it off. All right, so, and just see, it's 13.3, 13. It's going to run down, but I just started at 13.2. Okay, fine. So now just, so here, let's just start it one more time. Yeah. 151, 291 is the mileage. So, you hear how quick that started? That's quick. Wow. I don't think I've ever started that fast in a long time. But this thing's in top tune, so. Okay, had too much fun here. Yeah. Again, I'll let it run for just a second or two. So, took out an interstate battery. Now I got to put all my tools away and put this thing in. So my next project is to finish doing this, which I wired in all this stuff here. And so anyway, I'm done. Good. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Gotta go. Had too much fun. Thank World Motors and other mechanic stuff that I know. Good day, bye-bye.